Alright, so I wasn't even going to make a Richmond video because Richmond's been mid for a long time. There really wasn't much to even talk about for literally the majority of the race, except for a tiny bits of just nuggets of stupid, like Cowboy slightly tapping the wall, burning out a yellow. That's nonsense. That just this happened. It's not even the first time it happened at Richmond. It happened back in like 2017. Ironically enough, when Truex was leading, where Derek Cope brushes the outside wall and that brought out the caution that ensued a bunch of chaos, and Hamlin won that one. So it's funny how that kind of history repeated itself there. So not even the first time we got a stupid ass yellow caution thing there. So that was stupid. Fox continues to be terrible in the booth. Kevin Harvick tries, but it's just it can only do so much when the production crew is literally ass cheese. And it really was just going to be a race where Truex was going to win, no problem, whatever. He wins boring races. I like the meme. I embrace the meme. Fanboy cap on. I was okay with it. We're going to have a shit dog terrible race, and we're just going to move on, and then that would be it. That's one thing. We could all accept a bad race, fine. But this hit a new level. And it gets frustrating. Because not only do we get a caution under 2 to go, this happened literally, like, I remember I seen this on Twitter, like, this happened again. This happened in some other instance where Truex was leading at, like, Kentucky in, like, 2017, where he was leading going into turn 3, and then the caution came out. And this sort of case happened here, where Bubba and Larson wreck. Well, not really Larson's fault, but Bubba just got into him. Hard racing, that stuff happens. Do we even really need a caution? He spun away from the racing surface, out of harm's way, and kept going. He was fine. We had a similar incident literally back in like 2000 where Bobby Labonte wrecked on the front straightaway and then no yellow. So maybe there fucking was, man. I don't, probably. Whatever. It was needless yellow. Did not need to happen. That close to the end of the race. Larson was going. He was fine. He spun out of harm's way, which is something that they were harping on so hardcore about Daytona. Like, oh, we were going to keep the yellow out. We weren't going to throw the yellow because we thought they were going to spin down the track. That changed. So what ensued is Truex losing, and I would be okay with that. But it's in the manner of how. And I've seen stuff online. I want to bring this up here because I think I have it on my Twitter. I'm going to bring it up because this Fox shit is so tiring. So let's actually kind of decompress this for a little bit. So this is what they come back to for the restart. And this is not like hyperbole. This is just what happens. This shot here, we'll blow this up. So when they go green, we're not even seeing them go green. This is what we see. So obviously, initially, I didn't even know Hamlin did what he did. It just looked like Hamlin just had a little bit of a better start. So we missed the initial start, which is embarrassing. And then Fox is literally just, well, we're going to look at the replay. And then we see Hamlin clearly going just a little bit before that line. And then Mike Joy's like, whatever. What's the point of having a rule if it's not going to be enforced or we're just not going to care about it? What's the point of a restart line? It just might as well just be in turn 4, go whenever. It might as well be that. So this is dog shit officiating. And you may think, oh, well, the angle looks bad. Okay, fair. I would agree. I would like to see better angles. But I found something on Twitter. And it turned out, yes, absolutely. When we look at the footage here, Hamlin's on the left here. He goes before that line. There is no instance of Truex slowing up. Hamlin goes definitively before the line, and NASCAR doesn't do anything about it. They're not even going to look at the rule. They're not even going to put this under review. Trash. Pure, unadulterated trash. This goes from a bad race to a reprehensible garbage fest. One that I'm so glad I missed a good chunk of this because of just Easter and family meetings and other stuff. That was worth missing because I would have been even more mad if I sat through this whole race and this is how it ended up. If I was that 100% invested throughout the entire... I'm glad I missed chunks of this race. But this is disgusting. So we're going to look at this again. He goes their line. It's not it when I'm saying their line, that's when he goes. And their line, it's close, but he does absolutely jump it before. He doesn't roll into it. He doesn't. No, he definitely, absolutely, positively goes before it. And it is disgusting. And then we get people on the Twitters, which Twitter's a cesspool. Will you shut up about it? It's just gross. It's just absolutely gross. And we look at Hamlin's perspective, which you would think NASCAR would show the SMT data just to absolutely confirm, like, oh, definitively Hamlin didn't do anything. No, nope. It's just, we're not even going to look at it. It's just, we're done. We're going to get out of here. There's no point of even reviewing it. It's just disgusting. Oh, yeah. You can even see in this shot here, the line is right there. And he definitely goes before it. So, and you can hear it. He doesn't roll into it. He freaking smashes the throttles. So I'm, choking on my own spit. But, yeah, absolutely jumps it. NASCAR does nothing about it. And even if NASCAR did something about it, Logano will win. So would that really be the best case scenario? Either way, Truex goes nuclear about it and basically just explodes basically all over himself. Can I blame him? No, I really can't. Do I blame him for roughing up Larson for, no reason? No, unless he's mad that Larson wrecked, but it wasn't even Larson's fault. So Truex is to blame and being stupid with all that. Him being pissy about the restart, yes, I completely agree. Him having a meltdown about that, hitting Hamlin, sure, I can accept that. Honestly, at this point, for me, as a Truex simp fanboy, I would be totally fine if he just wants to retire at the end of this year. I would not want to deal with this bullshit anymore. He's done enough of his career. Hamlin can win literally 100 races and still not win a championship, and he's still not going to have the respect and admiration. Truex has actually accomplished everything he just about needs to, except for, I guess, a Daytona 500 in a Brickyard, which I don't even think the Brickyard is that big of a deal anymore in today's context sake. And Daytona 500 has been such a farce for so many years. It's more of almost embarrassment to win it. Or it's just not really the same. So, honestly, I would be fine with Truex just leaving. He's already won a championship. He won it straight up in 2017. Was the best car all year. You can look at Racing Reference stats for that to confirm that. So it's not like me just being a stupid fanboy just saying that just because. No, he was just the best car full year round. Deserved it. And even in 2023, when he fell off at the end of the year, I agree. He probably didn't deserve to win a championship. But he should have been top 4 or 5 points. So I'm okay with that. I can accept Truex doing mistakes or even being upset for being for something stupid. I get it. Do I agree? No. The restart, yes. I absolutely agree with that. So I can look at it from fanboy cap on, fanboy cap off. It's just a complete disaster. And shit like this Truex is the last thread that I care about. Maybe Eric Jones, too. Truex is that last real bit of thread where I care about. And at this point, I really don't care about the Cup Series. The only it's at that point now where I watch it because I'm curious to see where Truex runs. I just want to be in the know of stuff, of what's going on. That's really about it. I'm at the point now where I honestly don't even, like I said, I wouldn't even blame Truex for wanting to retire at the end of this year. He's done enough in his fucking career. He's already won a championship. He's done so much. He's done enough. He's had one of the craziest comebacks in a career I've ever seen, where the first half he has no major stats, and then the second half he just takes off in the most craziest career trajectory I've ever seen. And he went from pretty much brought front row from the pits of hell to be a competitive team and actually put them on the map. Cole Pern was an awesome crew chief. He's done enough. I'm fine with it. I would literally be okay with it. I wouldn't even be surprised. I will go and pre-order that New Hampshire race win car because it'll be his last win car, and I'll be freaking fine. I'll drive off into the sunset and be okay with it. I'm just annoyed. But I'm just disgusted by it. And especially with those camera angles, that definitively, equivocally proves Hamlin did some shitty, sneaky, and all that. And you might be, people are like, oh, were you pissed about Hamlin winning Bristol? No, in fact, I was actually impressed because Hamlin and Truex maneuvered through that lap traffic pretty badass like, and I don't have any problems with that. I wish Truex could have won. That would have been cool, but Hamlin just straight up won that fair and square. I'm fine with that. I'm fine to accept when my driver just doesn't win sometimes. Not in this case. But then there's some comments where it's like, oh, Truex choked. And it's like, he didn't choke. Hamlin went before the line, so clear, like, he can't. What is Truex supposed to do? He's supposed to jump to start with him? Is he just supposed to cheat, essentially? What's the point of this rule if we're not going to enforce it anymore? Might as well just say the line is just in turn 3, go whenever. Just have it be IndyCar then. IndyCars, I think, do something like that to an extent. I don't know, but it's gross. It is gross, and I'm sure Hamlin's going to spin it to make himself look good. He's not going to come out and admit it. If he admits it, then he's going to get penalized. So he's going to have to come up with some cockamamie bullshit. So he's just going to have to play face and just gaslight everyone for the whole week until we get to the next track where this whole thing just gets moved on. And I'm just quite fed up of it, and it's really nothing new, and it's just annoying. So we went from like a bad mid-race to just one that's just deplorable, because when the rules just aren't enforced or the rules are disrespected in such a way, this puts it from like a 3 out of 10 to like a 1, and I'm not going to accept the rules being not enforced or just literally being so lackadaisical or in the booth. Boyer's like, Boyer at this point values no common sense of any capacity. I equate him to being some kind of like, I don't know. I was gonna say something really fucked up, but we're not going there. Man, and then Mike Joyce talking about the restart line. Then Hamlin goes before. It's like, oh well, Hamlin won on pit road anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, that's great. You know, that's great from a commentating standpoint. Oh yeah, he did win it on pit road, but oh well, Truex choked. It's like, well, he didn't. He wasn't sleeping. And especially looking at the stuff, it's just crap. And it's even impressive as all hell that Truex even had a shot in 1 and 2. And I'll go into the Larson thing because I want to correct myself. Because when I saw it online on TV, I didn't realize at the time. Because at that point when I saw Hamlin get the lead, I basically I stopped watching because I just knew it was over, it was done, and my interest was just, it sucked. But I didn't realize that Truex did all the stupid shit to Larson, because all I saw originally was just off of turn 4, Larson just walls Truex, so I'm just thinking, oh great, so Truex just basically gets just used up for no reason. But I missed some context. And yes, Truex is wrong with the Larson stuff. That Larson had nothing to do with that. In fact, I commend Larson for actually, having a backbone and doing something, because he was getting used up like twice before that. So I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that, with Larson doing what he did. Does that make Truex right? No. And it's okay. Sometimes my driver will do something stupid. The worst thing he's typically ever done is freaking bitch about other people on the radio, but I'm sure thousands of other drivers in the past that bitch about other people on the fucking radio. That's the least of my worries. And it's more about how he drives on track, which typically he does a good job. I usually respect him because he's pretty clean. Not tonight. So yes, I will disagree with it. It's just, I'm thankful that I've already been a long-time fan, so when he does something dumb like that, I can forgive it. And also, he has decades of freaking pretty good repertoire of clean racing, so this is not going to make me hate him. It's just going to be a moment in time where I disagree with him. Just like when I disagree with Dale Jr. for intentionally spinning himself out at Bristol in 2004 to bring out a yellow, because that was bullshit then, will always be stupid now. So, I'm done ranting about it. I need to just forget about it. And just accept that this shit is stupid and won't ever change. They're not going to make Hamlin D&Q. And they're not going to redo the race. So we're just fucked with this situation. And NASCAR not caring about anything. So I'm done.